Imagine an organization authorizing millions of dollars in budget to build out an incredibly complex cybersecurity perimeter. They deploy advanced threat detection systems, layer in strict multi-factor authentication, and hire top-tier professionals to manage next-generation firewalls. Yet, all of that expensive infrastructure is bypassed in minutes when a single employee checks their inbox and clicks a fraudulent link. Attackers often do not bother trying to brute force their way through expensive network barriers anymore. Instead, they find it much easier to simply trick the people already inside into opening the door. Despite all the cutting-edge technology an organization can buy, people remain the most exposed vulnerability in the system. This tactic is known in the security industry as social engineering. It relies on exploiting human psychology rather than searching for software bugs. Hackers draft messages designed to trigger specific emotional reactions. They manipulate an employee's inherent trust in authority, pique their curiosity, or create a false sense of urgency and fear to force a quick, careless mistake. That single moment of panic can escalate quickly, leading to massive data breaches, ransomware locking down entire servers, financial fraud, and steep regulatory penalties. Because human psychology is consistently easier to compromise than a well-configured server, defense strategies have to expand. Organizations must pivot from solely protecting hardware to actively educating their workforce. This brings us to the concept of the human firewall. The goal of security awareness training is to transform every employee from a potential liability into an active, conscious layer of security. Training usually starts with standard phishing. Attackers cast a wide net, disguising malicious links as everyday correspondence, hoping someone takes the bait. But spear phishing is highly targeted towards specific high-value individuals, like an executive. These convincing messages make verification skills essential, and these threats extend well beyond the inbox. Attackers might physically tailgate an employee through a secure facility door or pose in person as an IT support vendor to steal sensitive information directly from an unattended desk. Whether an employee is typing at a keyboard or badging into a lobby, their trained ability to pause and question suspicious behavior acts as the organization's ultimate perimeter defense. Building this awareness requires effort. Simply clicking through a compliance-driven slideshow once a year fails to keep an organization secure. Effective security education has to be continuous. Because the tactics cybercriminals use evolve so rapidly, employees need regular, updated exposure to the latest threat methods. Organizations run simulated phishing campaigns, sending safe attacks to staff to measure who clicks and who reports. Identifying threats protects individuals, but reporting protects the enterprise. Flagging suspicious activity allows security to instantly sever the attack's pathway before it spreads. Effective awareness training engineers a continuous feedback loop of vigilance, testing, and rapid response. This chart shows how organizations quantify the return on their training investments. As the frequency of education and proactive reporting rises, the volume of successful human-related incidents drops sharply. These metrics signal a healthy security culture. In this environment, a sales lead or a receptionist is as vigilant about the data they handle as the IT department, making security a shared company-wide responsibility. This aligns directly with the core CISSP mindset. Robust organizational defense relies on a balanced integration of people, processes, and technology. Relying on tech alone leaves a massive blind spot. Real behavioral change takes root when people understand the actual stakes of a breach, rather than just feeling forced to memorize a set of compliance rules. Hackers will always attack technology, but they consistently find their easiest path through people. Treating human education with the same rigor as server infrastructure ensures that the people behind the screens are as resilient as the systems they operate.